Hi there, I'm Keith Lee. You might know that about a year and a half ago I sold a business that I owned for 35 years for millions more than similar businesses. You might wonder why I know I sold it for millions more. That's because over the years I bought out 11 competitors. That business, American Retail Supply, was very good to me. If I was the retiring kind, I could easily retire today and live comfortably for the rest of my life. Along the way, the business provided me a very good life, vacationing a minimum of 8 weeks every year for the last 25 years, spending all of the time I wanted with my family and never missing a kid's sporting event or recital. I have a home on the lake that I want to live on in the Seattle area and another on my favorite fly fishing river in Montana. I was also able to start 3 more businesses that I still own today, and I consider myself incredibly fortunate in that my son Travis runs one of those businesses. I'm not telling you this to brag, I'm telling you because I want you to know what allowed me to do that. And, by the way, I was able to do that while the industry I served declined by 90%. We sold supplies and fixtures to independent retail stores, bags, gift wrap, pricing equipment, shelving, showcases, computer systems, that kind of stuff. How many independent drugstores do you see today versus 30 years ago? Hardware stores, menswear, pet, office supply, you get the idea. There are 2 things that allowed me to grow that business from $300,000 per year in sales to more than $15 million. One is my management system, and one is what I want to talk to you about today, Dan Kennedy Marketing. In 1992, I went to one of those success events at Key Arena in Seattle. It sat about 15,000 people and every seat was taken. You might remember them. The headliner was Zig Ziglar with lots of celebrity speakers. Colin Powell, General Norman Schwarzkopf, pre-politician Donald Trump, Laura Bush. My sales manager, Jerry, and I sat through a full day of speakers. The second to the last speaker was one of the headliners. When he finished, everyone headed to the exits. A guy rushed onto stage and said, "You can all leave if you want, but you're just going to end up sitting in the parking lot or in a traffic jam. Can you imagine all of you trying to leave at once? Why don't you just sit down for a few minutes and you might learn something that you can use in your business?" Jerry said, "Let's get out of here." I replied, "No, I want to see this guy. He's a marketing guy." So I listened, and after about an hour, I rushed to the corridor to get my package of stuff. Here's what I got. This binder and 6 audio cassettes. It changed my life. The success event was on a Thursday, and at the time I was a volunteer ski patroller at a ski area about an hour from my house. I decided to work the night shift the night after the success event, so I listened to the tapes on my way to the mountain. The hour drive seemed like 10 minutes. I sat in my car listening to Dan Kennedy as long as I could before I had to go check in. The mountain closed at 10 o'clock and it took about 30 minutes to sweep the mountain, get everybody off of it, and get checked out. So I rushed to my car and listened to the tapes again. Again, that hour drive seemed like 10 minutes. I got home, listened to the end of the tape I was on, went in, showered, got into bed. By now it's about 12:30 a.m. and I'm staring at the ceiling. I finally got up, went back to the car and listened to the tapes until about 2 a.m. and then got a fitful night's sleep. The next morning I got up, listened to the rest of the tapes, devoured the binder, and created my first direct marketing letter. The rest, as they say, is history. I just found out a couple weeks ago that my 1992 edition of Magnetic Marketing was its first year, and today Dan Kennedy is celebrating the 25th anniversary with tons of free marketing lessons for you. Over the next couple weeks, I'm going to be sending you some emails about magnetic marketing. Make sure you click to get the information in the first email so you get the rest of them. Again, there's going to be a ton of great marketing information from the guy who changed my life and I now consider a good friend, Dan Kennedy. And yes, somewhere along the line, you'll get the opportunity to invest in the new version of magnetic marketing. When that opportunity comes, don't pass it by. It was one of the best things I ever did.